Okay, let's go ahead and get this set up. I'm still on the 14th of October, and I want to start over here on the preferences. What I like to do is I like to use these small toolbars, and let me show you the difference. I'll bring up a warehouse. These are the large, or this is the large toolbar. If I go in here and select use small toolbars, see how it gives me more screen area. So if I deselect that, they're going to be large again. If I use the small ones, that's the way it looks. Now at some point I'm going to tell you to install an add-on, but I'm not going to cover that now. Instead, I'm going to go into the global index options, and what I like to do is I like to use 104 weeks. It takes a little longer to update, but not much. And rather than using equal dollar weighted, I like to give emphasis to the larger capitalized stocks. So I use market value, but you can use whatever you want. But if you want your rankings to look exactly like mine, then you can use these settings, and then use the default internal filter. The last close is greater or equal to $5, and what that does is it makes the industry groups and sectors and so on using stocks that are $5 and above only. So if I click on this, since I've changed it, it's going to have to recalculate, so I'll click on OK, and I'll pause this while it rebuilds the indexes. Doesn't take long. Now that they're rebuilt, I can go into my industries, click on an industry. Let's just look at banks, for example. And I'll double click on a bank. Actually, I'm going to go up here to the top. I want the indexes. I'll click on application software index. And if I go to use the 3 key or alternate 3, you can see that alternate 3 is a long zoom. If I use a maximum zoom, you can see that there's all this over here. But this represents 2 years of the index. And this is why I like to use 104 weeks rather than using 52 weeks. So I can get a longer term perspective on what's happened within an index. Indexing, or the ability to build indexes, is one of the real strengths of HGSI. Now, see all of these little icons? Those are VPA flags, and I will explain those as I go along. Okay, back to the setup. So I did the global index options. I used the smart toolbars. If you come over here, these are all self-explanatory. If you want some other add-ons, you can select this, and it opens a web page, and you can download other add-ons if you want to, but I don't recommend that you do that right now. Now, let's go over here to the update. I update automatically every morning. I do mine in the morning when I'm fresh, but you can do it anytime. If you select this, leave your computer on, it will automatically update at the specified time. If you use Metastock files, you can set up Metastock files or ASCII files also. Now I didn't, if I select automatically update, I have to hit the apply or it won't work. Now, if you want intraday information, you need to have a supplier of data, and you can enable intraday. Now, I use Thinkorswim running in the background because I trade with Thinkorswim. And if it's set up, this works very well. Let me see if I have Thinkorswim going. I do not, so I'm going to start it and come back here in a few minutes. So I have Thinkorswim running in the background now, and by the way, you have to start Thinkorswim before before you start HGSI, or it won't work. Okay, I'll start HGSI again. And then I'll go into the intraday and I'll enable intraday. But I have to select an intraday option, and my data provider is Thinkorswim. You can do manual updates, or you can update every 5 minutes if you want. I'll just do it every 5 minutes, and then I will select update intraday now, and it's going in and it's pulling the information from Thinkorswim. It takes about 30 seconds is all. So I'll just let this finish. Okay, they've been processed. Let's go into the warehouse. I'm in the S&P 100. I'm going to go into intraday, and these are stocks that are up today. Intraday, you can see the intraday percentage price change. The market's very weak today, and you can see that in the S&P 100, all of these stocks are down today. So yesterday was a very strong day. Today is a very weak day. Now I need to check to see if I need to show you how to set up anything else. I don't believe so. That's it for this video, and I'll come back and get started showing you some other things.